Hi everyone, we're here at the Barak Center. So excited to be featuring Lean in Pakistan Foundation story number 31. This time we're featuring the amazing, incredible Najia Fahad, who is principal of Bayview High. For those of you living in Pakistan, Bayview High is such a coveted school to get your child into that she's quite a popular and very powerful woman in this country. So we're deeply honored to have her with us, and she chairs the Lean in Pakistan Pedagogy Circle and is a wonderful mentor and sister to other women in education. And Shireen Kamal, who is a member of the LFVIP circle, is going to be interviewing her, and Shireen's interviews are always super interesting. So we wish them the both of luck and cannot wait to hear. Best of luck. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome, Najia, to Lean in Pakistan.
Thank you so much, Shireen. It's a pleasure
happy
being
to
here.
have you with us today. And to everyone who is watching this interview, we must tell you that Najia Fahad started she's been working in the same school for past 2 decades. She started as a class coordinator, and today she has risen up to the topmost position. She is the principal, Bayview High School. So, Najia, we would like to know, did you take an elevator or you climbed up the stairs? Now, we would like you to share your journey, your success story with us, and tell us about your childhood, your family, and your accomplishments.
Okay, so answering your first question, I took the stairs. I came into Bayview High School at the junior school. Actually, we have you know 3 campuses in Clifton, Karachi, and now we have 2 campuses in PCHS and KDA side. So basically, Bayview High School started off around 30 years, almost 30 years ago. So I came in exactly 20 years ago when we were relatively smaller and we were only based in Clifton. When I came in as an assistant teacher. I knew nothing about education. I just knew I liked to teach, and I wanted to get along with students. My passion was, interacting with students, so I opted for teaching. And when I came into the school, I actually learned everything what I know now. So I credit Bayview High to my professional journey, and I've been in every role. When I started out as an assistant teacher, moved up, became a class teacher, then moved up, became the class coordinator, moved up, became the academic coordinator, moved further up to the vice principal, and now the principal. So, Alhamdulillah, I say it's a satisfying journey. It's had, of course, a lot of learning for me all throughout the way, and I must
So,
credit the school for nurturing
sorry
me.
yeah, that's so impressive, commendable. Just let us know when you were as a small girl, were you passionate about becoming a teacher, or it all came along the journey?
Um, Initially, I think as a child, you like to explore different avenues. And when you are smaller, you have, dreams. So as I grew along, my dreams kept on changing. I was very passionate about animals, and I always thought I'm going to be a vet. So I'm going to be an animal doctor, or I might, get involved in a zoo sometime. So, but when I was was finishing school, I was not too good with science. So there I realized that I don't think this dream can come true, because unless and until I'm good with science, I can't be a doctor, hence an animal doctor. So as I was growing up, I realized that my forte was more towards business and finance, and I developed interest about business and finance. So I thought I should go towards bachelor's in commerce. I did that, and then when I started off with my MBA, I grew interested in the marketing side. So I had a very tough choice, whether I should go into finance or marketing. So I kind of went into marketing, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And when I got done, teaching was not my first priority. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I kind of delved into having my own business. I was thoroughly supported by my father. I'm the only child, so I had no other siblings. It was just me and my mother's venture. We opened up a gift shop uh, in Zamzama, and we like literally found our way. We thoroughly enjoyed what we were doing, and it
Oh,
was
that's
becoming,
remarkable.
yes. I was always looking after the finance and the procurement, and
Okay.
my mom was obviously managing overall. So we really had a great time. And while I was doing this, I always had a passion for teaching. I always used to teach children at home, besides school. I did that. And when I thought that why not go into teaching, just for my pocket money, because obviously when you're business oriented, you're starting out, you're not making profits at that particular time. So I thought that why not make some pocket money on the side, and I had spare time in the morning, so I joined school and I came to Bayview High School. I never imagined myself to last this long in the field of education. I always thought my ultimate goal was to, groom myself in business. But when I came here and I saw the culture here, and I saw how inspiring and how motivating education is, and learning never stops. So I kind of it grew onto me, and I grew up with it. So yes, now I'm here as the principal, still
That's great.
learning. Yeah.
Outstanding, I must say, and from administration to academic coordinations, and then vice principal and the school principal. So just let us know, with a greater leadership role, how do you feel about it now?
See, with every responsibility, every position there comes responsibility, and I feel now the responsibility of managing a workforce of, let's say, almost 100 students, 550, and the entire school. I feel at times, I wonder how I do it. But nothing is possible without the team. And I am blessed with a wonderful and super talented, professional, multitasking team.
That's
So,
great. That's
so
lovely.
that's how I
Mhm.
think I can manage, the campus, because
Yeah.
I have people who understand what they're supposed to do, and when the tasks are delegated, they outdo themselves. So, and I think it all goes together, and I'm really proud to be their head, their manager, and their team leader.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, the leadership roles is a great challenge, uh, and doing well professionally and keeping a well balanced life between your professional and personal life. We all can well understand that you have so much in your plate, of course, lots of responsibility, including administrative and academic, plus your personal commitments. So, how do you manage to keep a balance?
Okay, that's a tough question. I think when a woman is working professionally, it's very challenging for the woman to keep a work life and a personal balance, a professional and a personal balance. The major factor that makes that woman successful is the support system she has at home. And of course,
True,
like a
very true.
person like me who's married has to have a very supporting husband who, again, lets the woman flourish in her field of profession. So I think, Alhamdulillah, I'm very blessed with both ends, at both ends. My mother is my support system at home. She is, she is the woman of the house still.
That's
So
commendable.
I don't have to worry about the house. And when my children go home from school, I don't have to worry about them, because she is my, my pillar. And yes, my husband too, because if I did not have his support, I couldn't be working, and I couldn't be
That's true.
doing what I am today. So it's a combination of both, and I'm very
Yeah.
blessed.
So
Yes.
we all understand that you are so committed to your profession. Uh, th- would you are you able to take out some time for other activities? You would like to share your other interests, your other activities? If you
Um,
ever get
I
time,
can,
something else, or
yeah.
you're just enjoying your profession? Yeah,
Actually, I did have time for other activities before I had my children. Now, one my both my children are school going. One is 9 years old, and the other one is almost 4 years old. So I have a handful. Once I'm home, I'm dedicated to them. I'm a dedicated mom. So my activities revolve around them. Whatever makes them happy, however I can be involved with them, I do that. I think when they'll be more grown up, they'll be more independent. Maybe then I can pursue other interests that I had earlier on. I ultimately want to have my own business, so I don't know. Maybe
yeah, that's
I
we
might
will.
be do
Hmm.
something later on. But at the moment, my focus is my children's upbringing and their growth.
That's great. So, with your dynamic leadership role and your uh, management skills, would you like to share your awards and recognitions, just to mention a few, and
Okay.
the courses yet that you have been? I think these are persistent. The courses that you
Yes. Yes.
conduct and
Okay,
attend.
so basically, I want to start off with something that is personal to me, my personal achievement, and it started off from school. So I was never, good in the creative side or the art side, but one of my achievement was in grade 7 when my artwork and my writing was recognized, and it was published by ICI in 1993. So that was my first real accomplishment, I would say, and it made me really proud that my work was published by a multinational company, and our school's artwork and our school's writing was a part of it. So I was one of the children who was selected. So that was a huge
Yeah.
milestone for me. Brought me a lot of confidence. Then,
Mm.
yes, I've when I was doing my MBA, one of my other achievements was when was able to achieve a scholarship in my third semester. I've always studied by myself. My parents have been very supportive, and through group study and all. So I really felt proud where I was able to achieve the scholarship all on my own with my hard work. And I would say another achievement of mine was my gift shop that I opened. It was again all part of me. And now when I come back to my professional growth and I look at my school, so the fact that I have moved along this entire journey, and every time my work has been appreciated and it has been recognized through my promotions. So I feel, the entire journey that I've done, my promotions are my recognition that
Sure.
has made me
Yeah.
capable of being in this position.
Yeah.
And as a
That's
school
wonderful.
head, yes, as a school head, about more than 5 years ago, or 5 years ago, before COVID, our school was, participating with the Connecting Schools,
Hmm.
British Council's Connecting Classrooms organization. There was a competition, and as a team leader, my entire team participated in that competition, and our campus won the International School Award. And it was, we were an international school for the next 3 years. So, uh, as a team leader, that was one of my major achievements, that I could bring that recognition, could help bring that recognition to the school. Uh,
Wonderful. That's so interesting that
yes.
you have, mashallah, achieved throughout.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. And yes, professional growth, professional development is a continuous process here. We are associated with Cambridge. I was able to go to Dubai for a Cambridge conference, and it was in the year 2015. So we were able to, collaborate and coordinate with delegates all over Asia. So that was a huge achievement, and it was a 3-day conference, and we were able to, build relationships and connect with other international leaders.
That's,
So that was a huge, achievement. I
yeah.
feel it
Najia,
actually.
that's all so outstanding. Let's move on. What do you think? When have you leaned in your career and your dreams?
Okay, I leaned into my career when I started. When I became when I got let's say when I got promoted to the administration, I felt I leaned into it because that was my passion. Business and finance, like I said, was always, and management was always a passion for me. And when I came into this department, I really felt that I was doing something I love. Yes, I love teaching, but I love this more. So, and I'm so grateful I got that opportunity 10 years down my journey as an educationist. And when I came here, I really felt I had achieved it. Never did I thought I would come this up, but yes, that was the moment I felt I leaned in.
That's great. Such a pleasure listening to you. And now we would just like you to uh, tell us in regard to Tara Uzra Daud's President Lean in Pakistan, her initiative to give back to the community, especially women empowerment. Would you like to share, advise other ladies taking the opportunity of this platform, taking the opportunity of Lean in Pakistan? I'm sure you are such an inspiration. Other ladies would definitely like to hear something that you have for them.
I think it's a fantastic, ground, a fantastic platform that she is providing, Tara. It's an international organization.
That's
It
right.
was
Yeah.
it was initiated in California, and being part of Lean In is a milestone for me as well, because the fact that I can, chair a circle where women are involved in the field of education makes me proud that I can be a contributing factor to other women who would like to pursue education. I just want to advise the women that please, you need to explore yourself. You need to tap into your talents. Every woman has, their particular talent, and it's absolutely necessary for you to finish off your education and try to do something that you're good at. You can even work from home, but I feel a woman who is self-reliant, who is independent, and who has something to be proud of besides her work at home, I think uh, would make her more happy in both at home and at work. And where women in Pakistan are concerned, they are, I think, women in Pakistan are uh, amazing. I think the kind of challenges that women face here, and yet they rise through those challenges. They're remarkable. So I would just tell them to stay strong and keep what they do, keep at it, and keep going forward.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. And we thank you for your time and thank you for being such a great inspiration for all of us. Thank you, Najia Fahad.
Most welcome. It was a pleasure being part of Lean in Pakistan. Dafis.
Hafiz.